Hey, everyone. Welcome to today's Lunch and Learn. And actually, it's an Experts Unleashed, which is always amazing. I love bringing you talent. I love bringing you real users that understand this platform and how to use it and how they can give you the knowledge that they have. And today, I have that for you in spades. Anyway, to get this thing going, I always like to hear what you're having for lunch because I'm a foodie. I love to eat. I just want to know, what tease me a little bit. Tell me what you got going on for lunch so I can see what's going on out there. I would love to know if anybody's having tacos, extra points for you. Anyway, I'm going to get started pretty quick today because this is an Experts Unleashed. What I want to do is I want to introduce our expert today. But there's more than just one expert today that you will be talking to, and that's the important piece. And this expert, his name is Marty Fort. He is a master marketer and entrepreneur. This guy just doesn't know the word quit. I've seen what he does in his business and how he does it, and he is an absolute expert marketer, an absolute expert entrepreneur. And he has surrounded himself with the right folks. And you're going to learn today pretty quickly what the right folks look like and what they can do for a business, because that is the deal. So what I want to do is introduce my good friend, Marty Fort, to the show. Marty, welcome. Thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing your expertise with this group of folks. Really, really fun for you to be here with me today.
Well, I'm so excited to be here. You know what I mean? Mailbox Power, we love Mailbox Power. And you probably don't know this. I was actually with you, when you guys were in your previous incarnation. I was at the event where you did so you're a Navy guy. You did the decommissioning, that whole, from Banner Season to now. Yes. But, Mailbox Power has just been so awesome. So I'm going to let you lead. But I'm so stoked to be here today with my executive assistants. And, we use Mailbox Power 5 days a week, as do our clients. And we're just totally in love with the product. It's just an amazing, amazing product you have put together.
Awesome. Thank you, Marty. I appreciate that. One of the things that I love about you is, you're successful, but you're humble. And I do love that about you. I love the fact that you're not here to boast about yourself or talk about yourself or sell anybody anything. You just, you're here because you wanted to share. And I really, really appreciate that from you very, very much. So let's talk about your business really quick, Marty. Tell folks kind of what you do.
So there's really three things that I do. So you're in to Vegas. If you look at after school programs, if there was like a Vegas Music Academy doing piano, guitar, drums, mainly for kids, but also adults, we teach anyone from age 4 to 84 the songs they want to learn. And we own 3 schools in South Carolina. We have 1,600 students coming every week. We are the largest in the state. We own the buildings for each. And next year, Joe's going to be 20 years for me. So that's business one. The best way I can describe the coaching business is, I'm sure you've seen it. Have you ever seen the TV show Bar Rescue?
Yes, sir. Yes, absolutely. Yes.
So what John Taffer does for bars for 15 years is what I do for music schools on 6 continents. I do it, remotely via phone, and we have live events and that kind of thing. So I'm not like going down to each school. 260 of them, there's no way I could. But what we do is we help them with their marketing, their SEO, and we help them with Mailbox Power. We help them with new client acquisition. We help them with retention. We have our biggest success. We took a guy in Houston from 5 students to over 4,000. And Joe, he made the Inc. 500, not the Inc. 5,000. He made the Inc. 500. And as you know, that's an elite club that they're looking to turn so big bucks. So we're taking people from teaching in their apartments to 7-figure businesses, what we call $1 million music schools. The third piece is the musical ladder system. This is kind of a funny story. I ran into Mark Cuban, spoke at the Inc. magazine conference in Nashville, and they said after he's going to come down, and he was a huge crowd, so I didn't see him. And I finally gave up. I said, I'm going to go out, because Inc. is very good about doing events, but he was in the lobby, and he was waiting on his ride, and I showed him this thing I made called the musical ladder system, which is a wristband and trophy system for kids. He said, you need to license that and patent it. And I had never thought of that. So fast forward to today, per his, kind recommendation, we're up to over 100 licensees. There's 40 or 50,000 students around the world that use that system. We have design patents, utility patents, and all of it goes back to being able to use Mailbox Power. What I love about this is, in the old days, We would have to do thank you cards, go to the drugstore, buy the cards, get the stamps, write it out. Forget about sending brownies. Sending brownies, cookies, coffee mugs. I mean, there was just no way I was going to be able to do it. So you came up with a solution that I have been looking for a very, very, very long time. And really, Joe, you guys put it on steroids. I mean, in the old days, what we would probably do is go to one of the big printing companies and buy 50 coffee mugs, and it would have our logo on it. And we'd send Joe one, and we'd send Alexis one, we'd send Marissa one. But to be able to, as you guys know, when I saw that you can take a picture of, let's say it's you, let's say we have a picture of you as a client, put it on the mug, it just changed everything. And we've got some really cool stories to tell today. And the big message I want to stress to everybody is we're going to tell you about execution, how to get people to do it, because there are a lot of CEOs on this today that are busy and they've got kids. We were talking about that earlier, and they got stuff to do. And this is the most delegatable thing. It's so easy to delegate Mailbox Power to your staff. So I'm looking forward to sharing our tips for delegation. That's really how I became an expert, is just getting it going. And it's something we use, again, 5 days a week. And we just love Mailbox Power.
Awesome. I absolutely love it. Well, I got to tell you, Marty, not only did you, see what we do, see how you could use it in your business, you actually were smart enough to hire the right folks. And I really want to quickly kind of introduce, these two folks that you brought here today, Marissa Posey and Alexis Williamson. Can you properly introduce these two smart gals? And I'm going to put them on screen.
Sure. So I'm going to go in order of time seniority. So guys, forgive me for that, but I'm just going to be fair. Okay. So nobody get mad. But Alexis, so 13 years, right, Alexis? You and I?
Yep,
all right.
13
so years. And, to show how the small beginnings we came from, Joe. This room I'm in now is where we started. It was just me and 30 students. Fast forward to today with the school's 80 teachers. I'm not teaching any lessons, 1,600 students. And I was the first office person. Alexis was the second or third office person in the schools. So she started with me in the schools doing that stuff. Fast forward to today, she works more on the coaching side. That's the bigger business, because the coaching is bigger than all the schools. So she does a lot with that. And then Marissa, you're going on 11 years, 10?
Yeah, I just finished 10 years. So yeah.
So they've been putting up with me for a decade plus. And we're going to talk about how that works. And she wears many, many hats. She also started in the schools at the desk, ascended to, really now we call her the general manager. I'm a big Star Wars guy. I don't know if you've been watching any of the Star Wars stuff on Disney Plus. Have you, Joe?
No, I haven't.
I'm a big Star Wars guy. So, so we would call her like a Star Wars general. She's just amazing what she does. But they basically can do it all, whether it's running the schools or running the coaching program. And they both are big users of Mailbox Power. And they brought some examples today for you guys to show you real legit examples of what we're doing in the business. But that's who these wonderful people are.
Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. Well, I got to tell you, I've had the opportunity to engage with both these gals, and they are smart. They get the platform. They know what they're doing. So I really want to kind of break this down into two things. You talked about customer retention and you talked about customer acquisition. So can we break it down into those two components, Marty? What would you like? Do you want to talk about customer acquisition first, or?
I would break it down this way. I mean, the ways we use Mailbox Power are, again, so of course, direct mail, direct products for new client acquisition, whether it's dripping on them, or as I was telling you earlier, especially in the coaching space, we have a high transaction value. So it makes a lot of sense for us to know who Joe Kennemore is and send you something specific to you, which we would do a drip on you, but we'd also add on to the drip something specifically for you. I've got some very cool stories of we've sent some of the biggest CEOs in this country Mailbox Power stuff. And Joe, they've tracked me down on LinkedIn and thanked me for cookies. And these are guys running billion-dollar companies. But when they get that coffee mug, I guarantee you right now is still on their desk of their house. Or what they'll say to me is, they say, Marty, my kids love it so much. So a lot of it is, going after new clients to seal a deal. A lot of it is we met someone that we want a further relationship to get a deal with down the road, frankly. So we send that out. There's 1,000 ways to acquire new customers. Mailbox Power. I'll say that 2 times. There's 1,000 ways, and we're still, Mailbox Power to me is kind of like the human brain. We only use a small percentage of our brains. And we're still learning more and more and more, which is why it's great what you do with the continuing ed. So new client acquisition, like I said, everything from postcards to sending coffee mugs to sending food. They're going to show you some examples. The other big things we do, especially with client retention, is unfortunately all of our clients and customers go through tragedy. Now, you're probably the wrong guy to ask because you're in this space, but the average person, Joe, when they get sick and they're a customer of XYZ company, the company doesn't send them anything, let alone call or text, let alone send them a box. Right. When a company is helping someone and they open a new location and are celebrating, they're not getting, the phone company's not sending them a box with cookies and customized. So Mailbox Power, and it just kind of blew my mind. It's something I wanted for so long. And the beauty of it is that you can do it for your couch. It's all in one interface. And the real beauty is for all the CEOs and the business owners is that the last thing any business owner has more of is time. We are time deficient. You can delegate it through your staff, because what you did, Joe, that others haven't, that helps with client acquisition and helps with client retention, which I think is the real answer, is anybody that can use Microsoft Word can use Mailbox Power. Now, you have many competitors that I'm not fans of that you have to hire, like you buy the stuff, then you got to hire a developer to use it. Well, what have we done here? No, you get into Mailbox Power. Anybody in your office, anybody in your team, if they can't use Mailbox Power, you got the wrong person. It's so easy to use. And that's what I want to stress to everybody. If I do my job today, Alexis and Marissa and I, we're going to leave here having you guys get light bulbs on. Listen, just have your team do it. And I have a specific story to tell. What I do two things. What I did with my staff to get them using Mailbox Power is caveman simple. I said, Alexis, Marissa, the funds are in the account. I want you to go make stuff and send it to me and yourself. Oh. That's all I want you to do. And they're like, huh? I was just do it. I don't anything, just something. Just make something, mail it to you, mail it to me. Yep. And once they did that, it's like riding a bicycle. They're going, With my coaching clients, Joe, I tell them the same thing. I'm like, don't overthink it. Don't overthink Mailbox Power. Just make something. Make your first card. Make your first brownie sticker. Make your first coffee mug and send it out. And then they go, and that's where it's a great segue for them. But did I answer your question?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Absolutely. Let's go ahead and get into the real experts here. Marissa and Alexis, let's go ahead and start chatting it up. I did learn a little bit. So Marissa, would you mind maybe sharing your screen and sharing how you're using Mailbox Power? And then we'll come to Alexis after that.
Absolutely. All right. Can everybody see that okay?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Looks great.
Awesome. So since we do have the different companies, I'm going to go through our music school, our uses with the music schools first and what we do. What we're getting ready for is we do have this has been back to school. We're getting out of our back to school rush, and for us, that's one of our busiest times. I know we were talking about client acquisition, but also what Mailbox Power is good for is community networking. You want to make sure that you are establishing relationships with your community, and especially with the demographics that will really, key into us. We work with a lot of students. So therefore, local music school teachers in public schools, those are people that should know who we are and should be friends. We should be friends with. So what we do is I created the welcome back card. And what it is we can always, you can look up music school teachers in your area, and you can always, get the addresses of different schools. But what's really great is that, Mailbox Power has these merge fields. So you can put first name. It'll be personalized. You can send this to 50 music school teachers. It's going to have their first name. If you put their, instead of a company, if you put the music, or the school, the public school they're teaching at, guess what? It's personalized with the school that they're teaching at. So it looks like it's made just for them. And actually, it is made just for them. But going through it, it's just something, a cute little note. Hi, first name, just a quick note of good luck. You're establishing that friendliness. They're going to think of you. Have fun this year. Let's see, if there's any way we can be of service to you or your students, let us know. This is we're talking about it with Joe earlier. We love using QR codes. So if you have a lot to say, but, don't have as much space, QR code it. This is a QR code that goes to a video so they can learn more about us. If you want them to learn more about an event or registration, you can always just put a QR code in here, upload it as an image, and it'll take them to the next step. So that's just one of the options that we do. I know Alexis had talked about it. Customized envelopes. Look at that. So you're going to see that when they're going through their mailbox and talk like, hey, it's going to stand out. It's not going to be just another boring white envelope. You can change that up there and you can make it fully customizable. So I'm going to go back to return. Yeah. To
Yeah, I
save.
love those customized envelopes. They really, really
yeah.
get attention. That's like the guaranteed open, right?
Oh,
That's
absolutely.
what we all want. I know me and Marty want that. And I know you guys do too. We just want our customers' eyeballs or our potential customers' eyeballs on our message. And well, I'll tell you what,
Yeah.
you can get them to open it. You're in good shape.
This is true. If you have different product lines or different services, you can categorize it. We offer different instruments. So we have different cards that talk about the different music instrument lessons that we offer: piano, guitar, bass guitar. So you can actually create, drips and automations based on the particular lines of services or products that you use. We do this for the holiday cards. This is going to go out to all 1,600 students. And again, with the customized fields, it'll say, hello Fort family, hello Kenmore family, peace and love from all of us. So that's one other great thing about with those customized merge fields. And it's not just standard fields. What's really great about the Mailbox Power is that you can actually create different merge fields in there. It's like merge 10, merge 11. So whatever you put that in your, then when you upload your sheet, it'll take that and tag it in. So you can create your own merge fields. And that's what's great about Mailbox Power. Again, it is fully customizable. So you can make a holiday card based on your industry or your message. So we use that for the schools. Of course, we also have, we do the birthday card drips. That's also in there as well. Different holiday promos you can send out as well is also really cool. I'm going to go ahead and shift over to our coaching side of the business to kind of show what we've done there. And like Marty Fort was talking about is that, with companies, how often do you get a congratulations or on your new endeavor? So that's something that we do is when any of our clients start going into and opening up new locations and their businesses are expanding. What I like to do is I take actual photos from their openings and I use them. I use their customized, their brand logos, and I will create the cards based on them. So again, this is something that makes them feel it is made just for them. They're getting that one-on-one attention. And to be perfectly honest, once you get the ball rolling, you can knock these out in like 10 to 15 minutes. And they're actually a lot of fun. But what's great is that, Mailbox Power has all these different customized patterns. I just kind of want to show that to you. They have the different layouts. You can change the different layouts about what's going on. You can change the backgrounds. They have all the different types of backgrounds. So this is something, once I learned this, it has changed my life. I promise you that they have these different patterns, but you can change the colors. So it's not the colors that you see here. Find the patterns that you like, change the colors to whatever you want to do and put that in there. So you do have, again, fully customizable. It is completely on brand. It's like catered directly to that particular client. And that's the beauty of Mailbox Power is that all these projects and these are made so that that particular recipient feels that special connection. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn it over to Alexis to kind of talk about some more ways that we use it for not just, we were talking about client acquisition, but like retention and into incorporating with the invitations to new events.
All right, let me jump in real second if I could. So number one, awesome, Marissa, you can see here. If we can back up, I'd like to do this real quickly. When I came and introduced Mailbox Power to you, literally, and I've said it, but I want to hear it from you. What were my directives? How much training did you have? What did I say to you? How did I get you from zero? And really, you got yourself. It wasn't me. You got yourself. How did you get from zero to the stuff you're doing? Because they want to know, how do they get their people from zero to your level?
Yeah. I'm going to out you because a lot of times it's Marissa, here's the login. This is something new I want you to try. Send me something. And that is legit it. So send me the login. I'll kind of look around and it's really, it takes a minute at first, as everything does, but it's really a lot of fun. I mean, go ahead and make stuff. Send yourself some brownies, reward yourself for making a cool project, but it doesn't take that long once you get into it to really explore it, but you have to actually do it to learn it. But I've never done any tutorials. Joe, I have a confession. I'm outing myself. This is my first lunch and learn. It's usually my lunch and learn has been me with a sandwich, teaching myself, but just to show you, you can do it. You have to go in, doing it is the best way to learn it. Now, you guys really do have those wonderful tutorials, and I have asked for help a couple of times, like, hey, what is this? What's happening? But that little bell service up there, they're really quick to respond and help me out if I have, a question. So thank you for that. But really just actually going in and getting it done is a lot. It can be a lot of fun.
So it's kind of like the Nike thing, just do it. And I want to echo what she said, Joe, that when I was learning it for myself, your support team is very, very strong, and most companies don't have that. So when you're getting into Mailbox Power, use that little blue thing. It should be at the bottom right, wherever it is. Use the support feature. They'll get back to you, and they're awesome. And it's just great to see all you've done. So let's go to Alexis.
Okay. Yeah. Well, and I'd like to jump in there too.
I think Joe wants in. Yes, sir.
Alexis, one second, Alexis. So Marissa, you alluded to something I just want to kind of key in on really quick. When you're creating these things for folks, what's that feeling you get? You're getting ready to send something out. Tell everybody kind of what that.
I actually like it. I know when Alexis asks me to make something, she always feels bad, but I really love the creative aspect of it, especially because you're tailoring it based on that person. And I'm very much, I like to build things. I like to make things, but just knowing that, again, you are making something that is very much for that person. You're making something that has their name, that has their photo, that has their kid's photo, on it. You have something, especially if you're using their particular brand colors, you're recognizing that aspect of them. Seriously, if you go through it, we have so many that we've done, like I said, we've got the different colors you do. It's just really showing that it's really based on them and they feel recognized. So whether it's client retention, whether or not it's acquisition, it's just somebody's taking that time to say, wow, they made this. This is just for me. This is all about me.
Yep. And the thing I want to throw in real quick, if I could, right now, Joe, it's a difficult time to run a business. There's a lot going on. Mailbox Power, and I really mean this, it improves employee morale and improves employee retention. Instead of having to go into the office and do the same thing day in and day out, empowering your people and just giving them a budget and put in there and let them do their thing. It's going to make them happy, and it's going to make them want to stay. The second thing I want to say before we go to Alexis is, Joe, we will deal with prospects, and we'll send them a mug, for example. They'll call the office, and Alexis, that's probably a good way for you to lead in, and you showed one. Yeah. Why don't you begin with that story of you and Marissa are getting calls from people saying, "Hi, I'm Joe. Thank you for what you sent," and then we can continue the relationship until we close the sale, because the coaching is a bigger sale. So, Alexis, do you mind starting with that?
Yeah, no, this mug, we love these things. It's actually, I'll speak for the quality of it too. This is actually my mother. It's her favorite style of mug. She's the perfect handle for it. but it's great because we can personalize them. We can, put in their name, put in their company name, and maybe, especially when maybe they're still in the growing stages, and we're trying to help them continue to grow and move forward. They maybe have never seen their studio name on something before. So that's something really fulfilling for them to be able to see that someone cared enough to send something with their business name, their logo or their name on it. And so I've had multiple people, it's how conversations have actually gotten started between me and leads, where they will be like, "Thank you so much for this wonderful gift. I really appreciate that you took the time to do that." We've actually had quite a few new members join our coaching program just specifically because that was kind of their intro to us, was this personalized gift from us.
Right. Awesome.
Yeah. But yeah, let me go ahead and I'll share my screen here. And
yeah, I would love that.
Yeah,
and actually,
stuff that I've been working on.
You admitted something to me earlier too, and that was that almost everything you send out is a one-off. And not.
Yeah, I was sending out a lot of directs, which was great, but it's been fun. This is to start leaning more towards automations, to really kind of build all my little projects, all my little pieces that I want to send in this automation, and then set it up from there. So I can kind of show you a mix of both. But here's one. We do have events that we have throughout the year, and wanted to send out an invitation, so I can kind of show you what that looks like. And basically, I love that I was able to really personalize it. I took pictures from the previous event and was able to utilize them within the card. So really personalize it, get that personal feel to what, our program. So people could even see themselves in the card, which is wonderful. So I love this picture because it's really inviting. They could feel themselves up on stage. That's why it says you're invited. Like I said, I took a lot of the past pictures from past events so people could really, see themselves from past events or remember those fond memories and why they'd want to go again. This kind of just describes the event. And we love, 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 love our QR code. notes. And what I love too that's so great about this program is I am not a tech person. It's a lot of stuff kind of scares me. But this program is Mailbox Power is so intuitive. It's so easy to use. It's really just a lot of, you can upload different photos that you need, just drag them where you need them to go, resize them as you need them to go. There's so many different options that you have with bordering and with the different backgrounds that you have. And then, of course, can't talk about it enough. I know Marissa already mentioned it, but just customizing these envelopes. I mean, what a great kind of welcoming scene. I got a picture of the city that the event's going to be on. That's the first thing that they see, really get them excited and ready to sign up for this event that we're having next year. And like you said, gets that envelope open. So that's just what's so wonderful about that. We also utilize them as, thank yous for our guest speakers. So recently we had a guest speaker, and what I love too is on the card itself, I was able to take a picture from the event. So he could see himself on that card when he first opened it and be reminded of the wonderful memories of the event. And we were able to build an entire gift box just for him. So I have, there's a great group photo that we had taken with our guest speaker and everyone who attended the event that he was able to see that right when he first opened it. I put little treats in there. And what I love is you can customize the stickers even. So I never thought I'd be putting a group photo on a set of brownies, but I just think that that's wonderful because it really caters it specifically to that person that we're trying to thank and trying to, send our, warm wishes to. Now, another good thing that I don't know if we talked about yet is automations. And this is great for when we do have leads, people that are possibly interested in our coaching program. Let me pull this one up. You can view all the different shipments. This is kind of our 16 keys. So if we have someone, they maybe have expressed some interest, but it's been, a few weeks and we've kind of touched base with them and they still haven't signed up yet. We go ahead and add them to our 16 keys. And basically it's automatically set up that every, 3 weeks they'll get, personalized to our company card. And each one's a different one that tells them a little different aspect as far as what's involved with the coaching, what they can get out of their coaching program. So here's one from, that immediate one that they'll get, and then we can set one up for 21 days later. So that's really just wonderful there. I also want to show off that mug as too well. That's one of the other automations that I've set up for some cold leads, maybe some people who haven't heard of us before. We have set this up where we do have a little card. I can personalize it with their name, tell them a little bit about our program, invite them to, schedule a call with me so that I can answer their questions and say how we might be able to help their school grow. And then here's that awesome personalized mug, which we love so much. Let's see. Oh, and there is one more. We love to celebrate our members' successes. So I know that Marissa didn't mention this. I wanted to go ahead and show this off as well. So anytime, a member does have, something great happened in their school or they hit a milestone or a goal, we will send them, a personalized card that specifically talks about the goal that they did meet. And then with some sort of little sweet treat to go with it too. So it really reminds them, how important they are to us and that we're here on this journey with them and that we want to celebrate their successes as well. So it's just, like I said, it's so easy to use. It's fun to play around with. And it really just makes both our current clients feel, part of our little mass family here, but also, entices the potential new clients that we really took the time to make something just for them.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I love everything that you just shared. Absolutely all of it. I think it's exactly, what this platform is usually leveraged to do, which is get folks' attention, make them feel good, about being a part of a coaching program, a business, as a customer. I mean, really just, you guys are just killing it. I just absolutely love seeing what you're doing on the day-to-day, it looks like. So look, how often are you guys using the platform? It looks like almost daily.
So 5 days a week. And again, Joe, we thank you. And it's just something that, again, we're getting better and better and better at. One of the things we haven't talked about that we should talk about is your gift card plug-in. I mean, we used to have to go to, Walmart, CVS, wherever, grab a gift card. And, sometimes they're good, but you got it all locked in. We can send somebody a $5 Starbucks card. And it just makes them so happy. So we're just rocking it bigger and bigger. I want to thank Gerald and everybody that's made nice comments, but specifically to her, for you guys that have clients under you, that you're trying to get your clients to use more of it, which is what I do. So I'm getting my coach clients to do more. Run contests. We had our Nashville conference, even coming out of COVID, and everybody was masked up and all that. We had a full-blown Mailbox Power contest to see who could come up with the coolest stuff. You know what I mean? So anything you can do. And Marissa, you didn't out me. You told the truth. The truth is, here's the bottom line. Tell your staff, here's the login, here's your budget, go do it. And they will do it, and they'll find their way because they have support on the Mailbox Power side. And it's just something we've wanted for a long, long time. And so thank you for making this amazing, product.
So, Marty, really quick question. What you're doing could be used for, dance schools. I mean, the style of marketing you're doing, it's not just for music studios or folks who are teaching music, but I mean, really, there's a plethora of businesses out there that, are looking for students that are maybe children. As a matter of fact, Geraldine McDonald actually owns a dance studio. So I'm sure she's getting a lot of great value out of this, this conversation today. Is there anybody else you can think of that could really, use the platform like you're using it?
Well, what's so smart about what you guys do is, if you look at the left menu when you log in, you've already set that up for them. Mailbox Power has so many plugged in, done for you industry templates, from financial advisors to attorneys to doctors. I mean, I would just say bottom line, Joe. Every small business owner can use Mailbox Power. And that is my honest core belief, because every small business owner, what do we need? New client acquisition, check. We need client retention, check. And we need to make some noise. Again, let's say you're running a landscaping service and your client unfortunately gets cancer. If you send them something, well, they're going to tell everybody how awesome you are. So, the whole thing about the power, Mailbox Power does have a lot of power, but really for everybody. I cannot think of a small business that couldn't use it, or a major corporation. We are still technically a small business. But again, if you haven't seen it already, go see what Joe set up as far as the industry done for you stuff that you've made is awesome. And I've been referring it to my realtor friends, which especially now with what's going on with mortgage rates, they're going to need it to sell those houses. They got to start pushing harder. They're going to need this stuff. It's important. Yeah. Same to get them in for lessons for music. Same to get them for Geraldine's dance. You're going to need the holiday stuff also. We're big holiday people. She showed you the Halloween. She showed you the Christmas. There's so many done for you stuff already there. So what we love about you guys is we feel like we're active partners in it, because you haven't just made it and you're like, okay, guys, here's a developer. Take you good luck. No, you're constantly developing your product to new levels. And I love the launches you do, where you come out with usually like a Saturday morning, it seems like, you know what I mean, and around noon Eastern, and you'll launch a new thing, and keep doing that. That show, but because it shows you care, it shows you you're really committed to evolving. And I think whether it's her dance school or our music school or coaching, if we don't evolve, we die. We got to keep people engaged. We got to keep that energy up. We got to keep people excited about what we're doing. And Mailbox Power is the leader for that, because you guys are very good at doing that, and actually making stuff happen for us to make our jobs easier. And that's really what you do.
Awesome. Well, as we're wrapping this up, Marissa, any last words for this audience? Anything that you can think of that they would need to know?
Honestly, it's really just go take a minute, go in there. If it's at the end of the night, you're binge watching Netflix or whatever, just go and start playing around, go ahead, send yourself a mug, send your neighbor a mug, send your dog a mug. It's because you do have pet themed, items on there too. Send yourself a brownie, congratulations to you for making it through the week. But really the best way to learn about it, and don't get me wrong, the Mailbox Power tutorials and the help you guys, that's really great. But really you'll get a better hang of it if you actually go in and just start doing it. Just start playing around, create different things. Create different scenarios that you'd want to, have ready for, whether it be different holiday promos, whether it be, sympathy, because you have all the sentiment lines. And that's what's great too, is that I love being able to go through, and if you go to the design catalog and go through and say the sentiments, yes, I need a sympathy, or yes, I need this holiday. And just finding all the things that tie in together, whether it be, the Reese's peanut butter cups ones, and you pair that with the Reese's peanut butter candy. But they're all the different cool themes that are all put together. And you can just keep adding things to the catalog, to your own personal account catalog that you want to use at a later time. Just basically, moral of the story, just go in there and get to it.
I love it. I love it. Alexis, how about you? Any final words for this audience?
Yeah, well, just like Marissa said, just get in there, start messing around with it. It's fun. I mean, that's one thing I didn't realize how much fun I would have, putting all of these together until I actually started doing it. So, and the cool thing is when you're practicing and you're sending yourself stuff, you get to send yourself little gifts. So it's wonderful. But yeah, just have fun in there. Try uploading different photos, different backgrounds, different layouts. And like I said, what I love is it's so easy. I am, like I said, not a tech person. I struggle with a lot of that stuff, but so much of this was really just like click and drag. Like I can handle that. So it really just get in there and have fun.
Love it. I love it. Marty, how about you? Final words for this audience.
As what I tell my coaching clients, it's going to sound odd to a lot of you, but I coach people to the millions, and I mean this. Let's get less thinking, more doing. I'm dead serious. I mean, look. So sorry about your Raiders the other night. I was really pulling for the Raiders the game. I remember. But if you look at these $1 million athletes, what are they doing today, right now? They're practicing throwing, catching, running. Now, you would think after Pro Bowl and $1 million contracts, they've got the running, throwing, catching down, right, Joe? No, they have to constantly just get it done. And these two amazing people that I'm blessed to work with, that's what they do, is that just, again, we'll say it a third time, give them the login, give them a budget, tell them to start sending stuff to you, to themselves, just less thinking or doing. Because I think a lot of people can get into the product and get overwhelmed because there's so much amazing stuff in there you guys have done. We're still learning more, but don't get paralyzed by that. Just start doing something. Say, okay, right now, at this time of taping, it is Halloween. I'm going to do a Halloween promo. Yep. And that's all I want you to think about. Don't think about anything. Because as business owners, we got stuff coming at us all the time, Joe. Every day, it's like 20 things coming at us at one time, maybe 200, who knows. But just focus your team on, hey, guys, Halloween, have a great day. I'll see you tomorrow. Boom. That's what we are, a culture of just getting it done, even if it's not Perfect. Because perfection can lead to paralysis, and I'm sure you're familiar with that. You have to ask yourself, okay, is it better to send a potential client or a current client something that's good but not perfect, or sending them nothing at all? Well, the obvious answer is to send them something. So get out there and send them stuff.
I love it. I absolutely love it. Well, I want to thank all three of you. I'm sure the audience has learned today, and that's my goal, is to add value to our audience. And today, an Experts Unleashed, I expected one expert and I got three. It's a bonus day for me, a bonus day for the audience. I appreciate each and every one of you that give us your time today. I know it's your most valuable asset. You just gave us 39 minutes. We appreciate that very much. If you want to watch the replay of this, go to youtube.com/Mailbox Power, and you will find the replay there. And as always, we will see you next week, next Wednesday, 11 a.m. Pacific. We love you. Thank you very much. Have a great day. Bye-bye, everybody.